Imagine a steakhouse so loud that people literally bring earplugs, yet they keep coming back, week after week. While casual dining giants like Bennigan's, Hooters, and Ruby Tuesday have faded into bankruptcy or obscurity, one place somehow defied the odds with a menu full of peanuts, line dancing servers, and unapologetically loud country music. In a market that's been suffocated by fast casual trends, inflation, and shifting dining habits, Texas Roadhouse didn't just survive. It became America's biggest casual steakhouse chain, racking up over $5 billion in annual sales and planting its flag in 49 states and even abroad. So how did a ski-loving guy from Kentucky, who once chased Larry Bird through an airport begging for money, build this unstoppable honky-tonk empire? Today on Behind Brand Success, we're going deep into Texas Roadhouse's wild backstory, the 7 real reasons behind its unlikely dominance, and what it all teaches us about building a brand people crave. Stick around. You might never look at your bread basket the same way again. The first secret of Texas Roadhouse is its founder, Kent Taylor, a man whose life proves that sometimes obsession is the only plan. You'd expect the king of a Texas-themed steakhouse to be a cowboy boot, wearing Texan born on a ranch somewhere outside Dallas. Instead, Taylor was a Louisville, Kentucky native who loved skiing more than steaks. After college at UNC, he ping-ponged around the country, managing chain restaurants from Bennigan's to Hooters, ironically, both brands that later went bankrupt. Back in Louisville, Taylor tried to open a Colorado-themed eatery called Buckhead Hickory Grill with ex-Kentucky Governor John Y. Brown. But the partnership fizzled. So Taylor doubled down on a bigger theme, Texas. A place he barely had ties to, but he knew exactly what it meant to Americans: big steaks, big hats, big fun. Legend says he was rejected over 80 times by banks and investors. He once tried to corner NBA legend Larry Bird in an airport to pitch the idea. No luck! Finally, 3 doctors listened to his napkin sketch and handed over $300,000, enough to launch the first Texas Roadhouse in Clarksville, Indiana, in 1993. When you walk into a Texas Roadhouse, it's like stepping into a cowboy roadhouse that just happens to be across from your local strip mall. And that's intentional. Taylor's genius wasn't just putting Texas in the name, it was dialing up the theme to 11. The rattlesnake bites, the cactus blossoms, the neon signs, the jukebox blasting Garth Brooks. There's even an entire wall dedicated to Willie Nelson, who became an early investor and unofficial mascot. Some locations have employees line dancing in the aisles. When a Consumer Reports survey named Texas Roadhouse the noisiest restaurant chain in America, Kent Taylor didn't apologize, he bragged. His quote? "We're proud to be loud, upbeat country music, laughter, and line dancing beat wine sipping and chirping crickets any day." In other words, if you hate fun, Texas Roadhouse probably isn't your place. Here's the paradox. Texas Roadhouse is a 700-plus location giant, but each restaurant tries to feel like a neighborhood hangout. And unlike many competitors, they don't carpet bomb national TV with ads. Instead, they go local. Back in the day, Taylor handpicked local murals for each restaurant. Local managers run fundraisers, sponsor Little League teams, and show up at community fairs. Most chains say they're in the neighborhood. Texas Roadhouse actually shows up. Even more brilliant, their managers have skin in the game. While 85% of locations are company-owned, not franchised, each manager's bonus is tied directly to that store's profit. That means every manager is motivated to treat the steakhouse like their own. Yes, legendary food, legendary service is their official slogan. And yes, it's a marketing line. But the truth is, Texas Roadhouse does a few things that genuinely set it apart. Every steak is hand-cut daily in-house by a butcher. Their fall-off-the-bone ribs marinate for 3 days in a signature sauce. Orders don't leave the kitchen until a manager-level employee signs off. But the real hook? Freebies. The unlimited roasted peanuts on the table, the famous honey cinnamon butter on those warm yeast rolls, it's all part of the experience. People literally dream about those rolls. The food is good enough for the price, but the value feels huge. Sure, You can get a fancier steak elsewhere, but not for under $25 per person, and certainly not with free peanuts to chuck on the floor. Texas Roadhouse opened its doors in blue-collar, middle America, and it never forgot those roots. While competitors chased upscale trends, Taylor made sure Roadhouse meals stayed affordable, especially during the Great Recession. During hard times, the company doubled down on value, adding lower-priced options to keep families coming. In 2009, they won Consumer Reports' Best Value Award. Today, the average check is about $22 per person, a deal when you consider you're getting steak, sides, rolls, peanuts, and an experience you can't replicate at home. Even more impressive, while casual dining chains were shuttering stores or losing money during COVID, Texas Roadhouse stayed profitable. How? Smart cost controls and a simplified business model. Most locations open only for dinner on weekdays, slashing labor and overhead costs. While other chains get stuck trying to reinvent themselves when trends change, Texas Roadhouse keeps its core concept frozen in time and builds new brands instead. In 2009, Kent Taylor launched Aspen Creek, a Colorado-themed casual dining concept, but quickly realized it was cannibalizing his own steakhouse, so he shut it down. His better bet? Bubba's 33, launched in 2013, a sports bar with burgers, wings, and beer. It hit a different demographic and didn't compete directly with Roadhouse. Bubba, by the way, was Taylor's nickname, and 33 is the year Prohibition ended. Then came Jaggers, a fast casual burger and chicken brand meant to rival Five Guys and Chick-fil-A. It's tiny now, but with Roadhouse's cash and loyal following, Jaggers could be the next billion-dollar spin-off. By keeping Texas Roadhouse exactly what it is, a loud, rowdy steakhouse, and building separate brands for new markets, the company avoided the identity crisis that killed so many competitors. One of the most important reasons for success is reputation. It's not all neon signs and line dancing. Texas Roadhouse has had its share of lawsuits and controversies, from age discrimination settlements to customer complaints about noise. But overall, it's one of the most positively reviewed casual dining chains in America. During the pandemic, when restaurants were laying off staff left and right, Kent Taylor famously gave up his salary to keep employees paid. He later donated millions to fund COVID-related research. Tragically, after suffering from severe post-COVID symptoms, he took his own life in 2021. He was 65. His passing shook the company, but his legacy lives on, not just in the steaks and peanuts, but in a corporate culture that treats people like family, encourages managers to hustle like owners, and gives back to the community. So what can every business learn from a steakhouse chain where the floors crunch with peanut shells and the jukebox never stops? Be clear about what you are and double down on it. While casual dining imploded trying to chase food trends and cut costs with microwaves and frozen food, Texas Roadhouse doubled down on fresh steaks, scratch-made sides, loud country music, and a raucous atmosphere you can't replicate at home. They never diluted the brand with weird menu pivots or desperate rebrands. Instead, they launched new concepts to match new trends while protecting the original experience. So here's the big question: is Texas Roadhouse unstoppable? Or will rising beef prices, changing tastes, and new competition finally slow it down? Do you think the rolls are better than Olive Garden's breadsticks? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What keeps you coming back, or what turns you off? And if you want more untold stories about brands that rose, fell, or came back swinging, make sure you subscribe to Behind Brand Success, because every brand has a story, and we're here to tell it. Thanks for watching. Now go grab some peanuts, crank up that jukebox, and we'll see you in the next one.